Hey, welcome back to Aladdin's Cave. Stevie here, Steve Fishman, talking about fun, talking about gear, talking about music, talking about the life of rock and roll. I'm going to play a little bit of my favorite precision bass, which is my oldest, the one I've had the longest, I believe, as well. And let's talk about like punk attitude, even if it's not necessarily punk specifically musical, but you know, it might be rock, it might be alternative, it might be goth or whatever, but let's talk about how that stays in the picture at a time. So I'm going to just jam along with something real quick, and we'll go with there seems to be an echo in my life. So you get what I'm talking about. Ooh, did I have that down? Was it all right? Maybe it was a bit lower at the volume down, but you get the idea. So that's just kind of like where I come from. So when there's like a punk thing, now of course you can do it with your fingers the same. I don't know what that's from. So, yeah, you know, I think like for the really nasty punk sound, like one of the main things is a precision bass anyway. And I've talked about this before. I did a lot of work with the guy with Hugh Cornwell, who was the vocalist, guitarist, main writer of the Stranglers. Now, they had a very well-known bass sound, and even before that, I was in a band called which was basically the Deadbeats, and they also had that gang, nasty bass sound. Now, from our point of view as the Deadbeats, and our little circle of, you know, friends and music lovers and all that kind of stuff, it came from a couple of things, but one was prog rock, and I would mention John Wetton in particular, but they all kind of had that new round string sound, that gang, you know, even the more like even Genesis or Yes had that sound too, with fresh strings, you know, cranked up with an amp, a little bit of drive on it. John Wetton maybe would be my favorite, I would say, because he was kind of the nastiest and the darkest of them in some ways, maybe used a bit more harmonic dissonance. I don't know, that's just my feeling. The other main things for me would be John Entwistle, especially the My Generation solo. That's kind of, whoa, that's the way I want to sound all the time. And John Cale in the Velvet Underground as well was one of the, you know, there was quite a few people. He probably used like a 100-watt amp cranked up, you know, so it was going, it was distorting nicely. And then you also had the guys like, you know, Jack Cassidy. You had these kind of jacks, and Jack Bruce, you know, who probably had big humbuckers on the neck. But the precision sound, they weren't the precision sound, I would have to the last two. But yes, definitely John Wetton had that sound, and I don't know if that affected a lot of guys like people in the Jam who had a great bass sound, as well as the Stranglers. You know, I've never talked to Burnell about that, but anyway, I suspect there's a connection. All right, so have a good time, and let's hang out and talk more about rock and roll and art and fun and whatever, an eclectic lifestyle. All right, adios.